Look, y'all, I done hit the live button. I done hit the live button and forgot I hit live. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me restart my watch real quick. Hold on, yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, y'all. Good morning and salutes. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and I am off on my walk. Take two. So initially, I began walking at the Medal of Honor Park near my house, and I hadn't even got a quarter of the way to through the trail, and I noticed this gentleman that was kind of standing off into the distance, and kind of like waving, like motioning for me to get back, and I slipped and pay attention, and then I looked up again, um, and I noticed he was kind of standing there, and he had this stick in his hand. Hey, Miss Pooh, good morning. So he was trying to let me know that in the houses that borders the park, the the pit bulls were loose. The dogs were loose, and so he was giving me a heads up, and making sure that I turned around, for safety. And, and I definitely appreciate that. So I said, okay, well, I could have stayed at the park, but because that little factor kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and every other step there's those little clusters of white little flies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They just be like in a little bunch of little clusters. Kept flying in my face and crap. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go somewhere else. And honestly, I did not feel like really going too far this time. And so I said, you know what? Let me go back home. And what I mean back home, I am in the neighborhood where I grew up, uh, at the Robert O. Bryan Park. Um, I lived 3 streets away from the park, but I attended Sharp Elementary School across the streets. Um, and so when I was little, uh, my mom would not dare let my brother and me go to this park, um, because the street where my elementary school is, the street behind it, I should say, Steve Road, uh, is the location of two two apartments. Um, I don't know what this apartment is called now, but it used to be called Kenilworth when we were growing up. And then the other apartments, uh, at that time in the early '90s, uh, was called Morley Gardens. And then it became under new management and became Prescott Place. But Morley Gardens was very notorious for violence, shootings, you name it. So, and damn near, it seemed like every weekend, it was like we could kind of hear the sirens and stuff streets away because something was going on in Morley Gardens. I remember one time, hello, Spider. I remember one time, I think a dumpster had caught fire, and and I remember seeing like the lights blaring from the fire engines and such. How old were you? Were you in Canterbury for the first time? Well, I was 16 and didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, uh, I do not indulge in Canterbury. I don't smoke at all. Uh, although I do, although I do enjoy an occasional drink, but smoking, nah, I don't smoke. So, um, I do like those edibles sometimes, and that's very sporadic too. Um, you know, and of course because those laws are very illegal here in the Bible Belt, uh, in Tennessee. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the results of this upcoming election will bring, because I know that Madam VP was expressing legalizing it in all 50 states. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, I was 16, and my neighbor, who's like my big brother, uh, he had a little joint, and and I took a puff in, and that was it. So salute the good big is going to bring more problems. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Um, and aside from that, if they do legalize it, you already know it's gonna be a lot of taxes to it. So on one end, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who do indulge will be relieved without having to worry about ramifications. Um, and on top of that, I could be wrong. It may slow down people losing their lives to fentanyl. So prices ain't getting no lower no time soon. Let me tell you something. Uh, in the ladies of Skull lingo, I said that I have been an adult ever since 2001, and I've been a working adult since 2002. In my opinion, prices have been high. Periods. So, in my opinion, everything's been high anyway. So I ain't see no change. I ain't see no difference. It's always high to me. Look, I'm cheap. Oh Lord. So that's how I look at that. You know. So whoo child. Right in the dust. Right in the dust. I come here and the landscapers are freaking doing their thing. It never fails. It never fails. I'm always out here, you know, walking in the midst of dust and stuff. And I know I'm going to have to take my allergy pill because I am definitely going to be doing some sneezing and sniffling and junk. Hey, my Sheila, Miss Parker, salute, salute. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What is up, y'all? So, but yeah, um, I definitely have not been to this park in years. I haven't been here in years, and let me show y'all something real quick. Uh, at this park, there's a memorial here at this park where I'm surprised they hadn't updated it. But home of the Cherokee Dolphins is named Quita's Pavilion. And what happened? Marquita Benson and Coach, well, not even Coach James Williams. No, I guess it was two. I don't know. But anywho, um, back in 1991, um, a girl was struck and killed by a drunk driver, and her name was Marquita, and she and I both were in the third grade. Um, and I definitely remember seeing that news story like it was yesterday. I used to always, back then it was 10 o'clock news, and I remember sitting in the bed with my mom and watching the news and seeing the story that unfolded in front of Cherokee Elementary. And Cherokee Elementary is streets away from streets away on Kimball. And and I remember, seeing the scene and everything like that. And the woman was still in the car, and the look of shame on her face. You know, um, School was dismissing, and she was driving drunk and speeding, and hit the girl, and hit Marquita, and she didn't make it. And she didn't make it. And then fast forward, let's say I'm in third grade, so I think that happened early in school year, so I was still 8 years old. Uh, Fast forward 9 years later, I'm about 16 or 17, and I did not realize that the church that my church had a great fellowship with is her father's church. And I remember we were there for revival, and no, take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. They came to us, I think, for revival, and Reverend Benson was talking in his sermon, and I remember he said he had lost his 8-year-old daughter, and he was looking at, standing over her casket, crying to God, why, asking why and such like that. And then he went to kind of vaguely describe what happened, and I was like, oh my God. And and I went to his wife, First Lady Ruthie, and I said, I remember that. And I was telling him how I remember that like it was yesterday, like seeing that story. And for some odd reason, I don't know why it hit me almost as though she was like my best friend or something. But yeah, but they put that memorial right there for her. And I saw another young man. I don't know if he died. He got struck and didn't make it too. But yeah, so I definitely remember that. And and First Lady just gave me a big hug, and I was like, yeah, I was like, the memorial plaque is, right there by our house, and I would stop by it every time I would go to the park. So yeah, I'm pretty sure my church and Believers in Faith still have a great fellowship. Um, I'm actually friends with Marquita's sister and First Lady Ruthie on Facebook. So yeah, yeah, but this park, yeah, I came here a few times when I was still staying at home. Hi Shayla. Hey girl. Okay, so Shayla, you definitely remember. Okay. What's up, girl? Yep. Marquita. Yeah. Hey Shayla, have you talked to Rosa lately? How's she doing? I know I thought about her a couple of times. Have you talked to her lately? I wonder how she doing. I hear a little cat meowing somewhere around here. So I'm already at a mile. So I said I was gonna probably do a mile and a half here, but I'll probably do a circle around. Okay, you saw her mom and her son. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're still over there on South Wall or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, but I thought about her a few times. And I know she's not on Facebook. Oh wow, you haven't talked to her in years. Okay, okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's been a good little minute since I talked to her too. I know. I want to say it has to been after I had my son. Uh, either my son or my daughter, one of them. So I know one thing that I am extremely surprised about. I thank God I ain't get cat called out here. This was one of the reasons why I did not like coming to this park when I would go walking and I would go running and stuff like that when I used to jog. And I would come here thinking, oh, I'm gonna come in, get a mile, run on back to the house. And there's this picnic table over here, under an under an overpass, not overpass, under a tent. And Wendy's on Elvis Presley. Oh, okay. Huh. But yeah, every time I would come here, go walking, go running or whatever, and it be guys from the neighborhood that be posting up on this picnic table like now, ain't nothing changed. And they be like, can I walk with you? Can I walk with you? Can I run with you? No, you cannot. Will you please leave me alone? Hi, soccer girly, and thank you. Thank you. And so, yeah, so uh coming back here is kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal. I'm looking at my elementary school. I'm looking at that field uh behind the trees where uh the sharp cheerleaders uh and for those who know the backstory about my best friend Raven and me, that was how we met, and we were cheerleaders. And in that field back there, we had to take cheerleading pictures, and it was hot. The sun was at the most inconvenient of positions, and if you look at our picture, we all are frowning. We all are smiling but frowning because the sun is in our doggone eyes. Yeah, fun times. Fun times. Yeah, I think one good circle around. Yeah, that'll make 2 miles. So why can't you donate? Okay, I don't know if I'm able to comment on here. I don't know if I'm able to comment. Uh, but if you want to, I mean, it's not required, but I appreciate it. It's Cash App, $ the THEE lady LADY beast BEAST. So I appreciate that. It's not required. It's not required, but but it's appreciated. It's appreciated. So there's that. It does feel nice out here, that's for sure. We hadn't gotten any frosty weather yet. Um, Ironically, around Halloween is usually when the temperatures really take that dip here in Memphis. It's like before Halloween, the weather, oh excuse me, would seem so nice, so perfect, and you think you're going to have a lovely trick or treating or trunk or treating experience, and then Halloween hit, boom, and it gets cold. I remember a couple of years back, I took my kids trunk or treating, my kids and my bonus kids, and everything was good and fine, but that sun went down, and and we was like right at 9 o'clock, and my daughter was screaming. She was screaming. She was cold. She was ready to go, and we were almost at the end of the line, as far as trunk, hitting the trunks and everything like that. But yeah, I was like, all right, child, we gotta go. And she was like, but mommy, my legs are cold, my toes are cold, my toes hurt. All right, baby. I said, look, the only way you can get past that, you gotta keep moving, sweetheart. I know it hurt, you gotta keep moving. But telling that to, how old was she at the time? What, 3 or 4? 3? Telling that to a 3-year-old, 4-year-old. Oh boy. But they definitely have those memories. I definitely call that like my first Christmas, except it's Halloween, because I take my kids to every location possible, especially if I have to work on Halloween and any of the trunk or treating events. Um, that's on the weekends. I'll take them there. Uh, and if I do happen to take off on Halloween, then I will plan out an entire itinerary, uh, as far as trunk or treating locations, where we going, and all that stuff. So, and then I get them home so they can uh, get washed up and get ready to go to bed for school in the morning. And so, um, they only went one weekend this time. Uh, so I did initially plan on taking them this past weekend, but the dad had to work and he was gone all freaking day. He didn't get out. He didn't make it home till like almost 6, and a lot of the events were over, and it rained outside. So okay, what's this button do? Highlight save your channel. I didn't even do that. Okay, let me see. Hmm. And see, I don't see where I can comment on here But my cash app is $ the Lady Beast. It's uh pretty much the same as my name on here, minus the emoji. So TheeLady, B as in boy, EAST. So that's my cash app. So I think probably in the near future, probably next time, I will probably get that pinned or something, or have it in my community wall. So yeah. So a lot of you all know I told you all the story about my brother's passing, and I was talking about some of the people that he knew wanting to do a candlelight vigil and balloon release for him, and I wasn't feeling it. And so this was the location where they held that so-called vigil and balloon release. Uh, it was not a big turnout. Shit, I don't even when you want to call it a turnout. It definitely wasn't that. But they were there and had their little candles out or whatever and whatever. Uh, but like I said, you know, the way my brother passed was one thing, and then the way I had to find out was a whole nother thing. And then, you know, in my opinion, they was doing too damn much, you know. And although I did appreciate, them at least seeing how how we probably would have felt about it or whatever. But whether we approved of it or not, they was gonna do it anyway. Thank you, Shayla. And so they call themselves having it or whatever and whatever. My family, we don't do stuff like that. At least not when a person is passed. We do stuff like that, on the anniversary, where we'll release balloons and stuff like that. But a whole vigil, that's not our thing. Visual balloon releases, t-shirts made at funerals, stuff like that. That's not our thing. That's not our thing. Um, but yeah, but they had it here at this park, and so initially they had it at Sunday. I think they had it Sunday, but it rained that Sunday and that Monday, and then that Tuesday they was like, "Hey, we're gonna go and go through with it anyway. Just come on out and blah blah blah." And so, and a lot of folks was like, "I gotta work, I gotta work, I gotta work," and I was like, "Y'all should have just left well enough alone. You know, y'all should have left well enough alone and just honored him and remembered him how he was. But I digress. I digress. So 184. Uh, I'll do one more circle around, but cut off at the half circle as opposed to the full circle. Uh, so it is 9:46. It's 9:46, and everybody, well, people are waking up and are congregating at this park, uh, which sounds about right. Which clockwork, clockwork. So yeah, so I just saw one of my brother's friends and classmates, uh, and bless his heart, you know, he's still he's still out here, out here in these streets. Um, you know, all I can do is pray for him. I definitely hate seeing him like that, and it hurts. Seeing someone you knew since you were kids, and you see how everybody how we all had bright futures. Hey, Taya, I know, right? I know. Usually, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll be just now leaving my trainer, getting ready to start walking. So, with Tuesdays and Thursdays being my off days where I'm not training, I walk earlier. So yeah, you'll definitely catch me walking earlier on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But but yeah, but back to my brother's friend though, and classmate, man, like I was saying, we all, had, I'm not gonna say we had the same beginnings. I will say, I guess, uh, educational beginnings. Oh, and just so y'all know, this park is like right along the E-way. So this is I-240. So yeah, it's I-240, 240 now. So yeah. So that's where all that noise is coming from. But Lord, look, I done hit 2 miles. I done hit 2 miles, and I am close to my car at this point, and I want to turn around and just go, but I'm gonna go ahead and see it through. I'm gonna go ahead and see it through. Jesus, it's like it's like when you hit that mile or whatever, it's just like hitting that specific time on the clock. You know what I'm saying? 4 o'clock, it's time to go. Oh man, look, 4 o'clock, it's time to go. Time to go. Punch out. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I'm gonna hit that dope. But yeah, you know, you see your classmates, people that you meet in school, and it seemed like the future was big and bright for everybody. You know, everybody's in school, everybody's going to class, and passing your grades, moving forward, and stuff like that. And then as you get closer and closer and closer to adulthood, it's like things just change and connections break away. And I can definitely say I've had friends, well, not friends, but classmates, pass away before we even graduated high school. Uh, I've seen people, you know, that did graduate, but life took a turn somewhere, and down the streets, they're strung out. They look like they done aged 50 years. And it's like you wonder, like, what happened? Like, what We went to school together. We did this together. All that type of stuff. You know, and honestly, the only thing I can do is just pray. That's the only thing I can do is pray. Because I definitely don't know this story. I definitely don't know what they've been through, what they're going through. It's like I'm just seeing the story, you know, just the cover. I just see the cover. I don't see, you know, I didn't read the pages inside the book. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there, so I don't know. And I have to say, and why the hell am I getting all misty eyed? But I have to say it hurts. It definitely hurts, seeing that, because I've always been one to want the best for all of my friends, all of my classmates, anyone who I cross paths with, you know what I'm saying? And for the most part, everybody's doing good, you know, everybody's thriving, everybody is, living, the best life they can. And if not, and if they are in trial and tribulation, you know, just know that trouble don't last always, and your breakthrough is coming. You know, that's how I look at that. Shayla right here. Uh, she went to Sherwood with me. She went to middle school with me. Um, I know from the last time I seen her, she was doing well. Um, had a beautiful baby. I think you had a son, right, Shayla? Had a beautiful son, and was doing well. And I definitely pray and wish continued blessings. You know, but yeah, but my neighborhood, it's it has notes of nostalgia, bittersweetness, and it's also sadness too, for a lot of reasons. Um, as far as the bittersweetness and the nostalgia, I grew up here, and I remember how the neighborhood once looked. Um, you know, had many great neighbors come and go, many great friends come and go. Uh, the sadness is what the neighborhood looks like now. Uh, the neighborhood, and even before we moved in 2014, it was taking a turn, and not in a good way. That was one thing. The other thing, my mom passed. Uh, well, my mom and my brother passed in this neighborhood, I should say. Um, my mom, my mom had brain cancer, and she was on home hospice, and she wanted to be home, and we made sure that we got all of the tools and resources needed to take care of her and make her comfortable in her final days. And she passed away peacefully at home. And then fast forward, uh, 11 years later, my brother passed away the next street over in a trap house. So, so that's where the bittersweetness, is there. You know, uh, I know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, they're both in a better place together again. As well as my dad, with my dad. Hey, babe. Hey, baby. So, so yeah. So let me. So I done hit 2.33. I am done. Oh, child. Let me end this. Lock my door. because even though I am in a place where I am very familiar, I still gotta watch my surroundings. And so, hey Chris, how you doing? You doing all right? Yeah, how about you? Huh? You watching cut grass? Am I watching them cut grass? Nah, I ain't watching them cut no grass. We finna get ready to head back to work? Head back home. You give me something, buy me something to drink. I ain't got nothing. I'm sorry. I only, carry a car with me, and I left it all at the house. You said you got your car on? No, it's at the house. Oh, okay. I was trying to get some water, drinking water over there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have anything. You heard about my brother, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's been about 2 years, man. That was months ago. He passed in March. Yeah, he passed in March, but you take care of yourself out here. All right. All right. If you come back, think about me some drinking water. All right. Some ice and drinking water. That's all. All right. Okay. All right. See you later. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. And see, like I said, bless his heart. That was Chris. That was Chris, my brother's friend and classmate. Like I said, it's like he was like another one of those little brother types to me. Because whoever my little brother was friends with. Oh, you have a daughter, Serenity. Okay, nice. Okay, that's what's up, Shayla. Said I've had my dark moments and I made it through it all. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Amen. I am so happy to hear that. So happy to hear that, and I'm definitely glad, that you and your family are doing great. So, since I am in my old stomping ground, of course, y'all got to excuse my little dingy windshield, but that's my elementary school right there. Sharp Elementary. That's my elementary school, and the sun would be right there. So that's my old school, y'all. Let's see. I ain't gonna be able to point to the house. Well, fuck it. I go ahead. So this house right here, my sister stayed in that house, and that house is actually the backyard's a parallel to my house where I grew up. This store right here, the corner store, that was our corner store right there, Macklemore Market, where we walked and where we, would walk to the store all the time. So this is my neighborhood, my old neighborhood, y'all. So South Highland Streets, pretty much where a lot of, my brother, definitely stayed on this street a lot. And I guess I kind of him on this street too. So this house is right here. This house right here, that house right there. So this is my neighborhood where I grew up. And this house straight ahead is the house I grew up in. And mind you, when I was living here, it did not look like that at all. So this is the house right here where I grew up. And like I said, it did not look like that at all when we were staying there. So when my dad let the house go, He had sold it, I think, to one of those, uh, uh, I guess those businesses or whatever where they buy junk houses and, no down payment, all that type of stuff. Um, but yeah, but that's where, but that's where we lived, and I guess they rebuilt the house or whatever. Hey, slow walking guy, and that's where and then some Mexicans bought the house, redid it up, and that's what that house looks like now. So, uh, whenever I'm in this neighborhood, I always drive through the neighborhood, cause I do, like I said, it's nostalgic and bittersweet as well. Um, seeing how it once was and how it is now, how it, and thinking back to how the neighborhood used to be and all the memories, with my family and everything like that. So, but yeah, but we had lived there. We have been living there since 1984. I was born in '83, and we were staying in Orange Mound, and then we moved into that house in '84, and then my brother was born. Um, so 30 years at that house. And I know my sister was very reluctant to sell. I said, my signal is on, baby. What is you doing? So this street I will never understand. This intersection right here, Sharp and Prescott. It's like, I don't know. people act like they can't drive through the intersection, and there have actually been accidents at the intersection. Like, I remember one time I was hanging out with some friends at one of the houses, like at a house like doors down from the street, and this car be like straight for the pole, and we were like, what the hell? He be like straight for the pole. Like, all you have to do is just you know turn your wheel, and I just passed my first job, but that'll be another life. But yeah, and then you got this girl that's supposed to be, I guess, making a turn, and so she act like she about to hit me head on. Like, girl, what is you doing? And turn your signal on, Memphis. I'm sick of y'all. Turn your doggone signal on. That is my biggest pet peeve. Out here driving and folks don't signal. That gets on my nerves. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Hey, man, turn your signal on. So, Lamar Avenue. But yeah, that was my old stomping ground. That was my old neighborhood, my old playground. But yeah, I chose to go to that park because the park that I initially went to, the dogs were loose, and I don't feel like fighting no dogs. I don't feel like fighting no dogs. So the dogs were loose, and then those dinky gnats all in the all clustered up in the middle of the sky, stuff like that, and I ain't feel like dealing with none of that. What you face palming for, sweetheart? I'm headed home now. Though I said had that mess not happened at the other park, I would have been done and came home. But but shoot, but this park, it ain't far at all. So It wasn't like I went to Shelby Farms or went downtown or nothing. I didn't feel like. Though I say I didn't feel like going too far out. I just wanted to go somewhere close, and so that park was the Oak Haven Park was closest too, but it's a quarter-mile trail, and I hate that. I hate quarter-mile trails, and I didn't want to do that. So that was my whole. That's my whole hang up about Oak Haven Park is if it was like a 1 mile trail, yeah, I would hit that bad boy and get it over with. But quarter mile trails make me crazy. Like I just want to scream like, and then if you don't have a tracker or nothing like that, you trying to figure out how many laps you done went and been a lost count, and then you're like, what the hell with this? I'm ready to go. Just like at Halley Stadium at Mount Moriah. And I remember me and some of my Capoeira family, we would go to that park and run, and we would do 5 miles. But you talking about a doggone quarter-mile trail, and you doing 5 miles, and I'm not even gonna attempt to do the math. I think that man said 20 laps. Man, that was 5 miles. Man, look, the hell you preach. No. You coming for a face painting. Ah! You so silly. It take Raven to talk about me with that face painting. When we went to my other best friend LaShondra and I volunteered at Makita's for their 25th anniversary celebration at the flagship location, and I'm a person like I like to move around, and I'm a bit of a busybody. So, I started out passing out candy to passing out toys to the kids or whatever. I think I had made like snow cones or whatever. And my thing was, and then my daughter and my son came up, and it's hot out there, so I was like, y'all want some snow cones? Made them snow cones, whatever. And so my daughter, I was like, do you want your face paint? And she was like, sure. So the girl who was there, I'm assuming she's family too. She's part of their family too. I mean, she had plenty of paint palettes and plenty of stencils, so it wasn't like I was in her way. And she had like a whole bunch of brushes. So I picked up the stencil and let Winter pick it out. Pick out what she wanted, and I just went on ahead and just paint a snowflake on her face. Raven did not let me live that down. She was like, you supposed to be out here passing out toys to the kids, but no, you want to come out here face painting shit. We know you do makeup. Already showing out. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Those cookies are very, very good. Them butter cookies, I have to stay away from them because if they have them in the grocery stores around here too. Kroger, Lit Junior, Cash Saver, Super Low. I'm not sure if I'm missing I'm missing one, but yeah, they have they have cookies, contracts with the stores, and they bulk, bulk ship cookies, to those stores to sell in Memphis. And so Makeda's is closed on Sunday, and I want some butter cookies. I can go to Kroger and get me a pack of butter cookies, and by the time I get home, the whole damn pack is gone. I'm mad at myself. The packs come in the bites, so I'm driving home, and I got maybe 2-3 cookies left in the doggone tray, and I'm like, dadgummit. So they do not make it to my house at all. They do not make it to my house. Baby. And I've even done recipes with those cookies. I made me a cheesecake parfait with the butter cookies. I made my own strawberry compote, and I used the cookies. I crushed them on the bottom to make a crust, and then had some at the top, kind of a little dusting. I've done that. I haven't done a banana pudding. I'm not big on banana pudding like that. I will make it if need be, but for me, it's like I eat banana pudding one time and I'm straight. Like my mom used to make banana pudding, and my mom, mind you, born and raised in the country, the third out of maybe 5 or 6 children. So she was taught to cook big. And so everything she cooked all of our lives up until I got in my late 20s, and she decided, and she finally, it clicked in, and she was like, you know what? It's really just me and your dad. I ain't got to cook all this stuff no more. I can just cook a little bit of something, and I'm good. But maybe twice, and then after that I was done. I didn't have to have it anymore. And I think one of the reasons why is because although I understand of the oxidation of bananas, but I can't I can't stand to look like it looks gross, like like mucus or something. I can't. It's like one time, maybe two, I'm straight. I'm good. I don't have to have it anymore after that. But yeah. But I will say, Makeda's their banana pudding is very good too. Their banana pudding is very good too. I have yet to try their sweet potato pie, and I already know that's gonna be good. Because they're beginning to sell those now for the holiday season for the sweet potato pie, pecan pies. Don't get me to lying to you, and I don't know if they ship them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they ship them or not. But yeah. But yep. I don't know. That might be my treat this weekend. I just might get a tray of cookies from Kroger and probably make a strawberry parfait or a mixed berry parfait. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on how I'm feeling. But alrighty then. My walk is done, and I am at home now. So I'm going to go inside, fix me some breakfast, and probably chill. I'm assuming that's either gonna be lunch or dinner. I'm not sure. I mix it up. I did have my first meal prep done, where I did salmon, broccoli, and jasmine rice, and so and so my other meal I'm going to do those wraps. I'm gonna use the chicken wrap with bacon and guacamole, and I got some southwestern marinated beef, and I'm going to cook that and shred it, and as well as with the guacamole, and so those are gonna be my wraps. So you hungry now? Yeah. So my breakfast, I don't know. I'll probably do some eggs. Probably some eggs, some bacon and toast. Something simple. Something simple. Shoot, I probably just make me a toasted bacon and egg sandwich. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho, I'm finna go ahead and get in this house. I will see you guys tomorrow. We will do this all over again. I will, go to my training session and then go to the park and walk. So I'm still getting these steps in, getting these goals in. The results are resulting. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, so I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. If you're not tuning in or not subscribed to myself and all of my counterparts of the SCO Gang, please do so. Tune in nightly to Just Say No to SCO. Tune in every Sunday to Women of SCO Lingo. Tune in every Saturday to Mouthpieces. Come on, brother. Meadowbrook Montreal. I don't know if he does late nights. Make It Make Sense podcast. Make sure you check him out. Pretty much everybody, we all have different types of content, that you guys, would love to see. But yeah, Shayla, it is good to see you too, girl. I am so happy to see you. So happy to see you, and so happy to see you doing great. But yeah, so I am going to go ahead and count down, and I will see y'all later. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See y'all later. Bye.